And we are live. Can somebody just give me a thumbs up to let me know that you can see and hear me? Brilliant. Thank you, Rachel. Good to see you again, by the way. Now, on this week's lives, we've been delving deeper into my confident framework. I'll just bring that up for those of you who might not have seen it, and to remind those of you who have seen it. So, if you apply this framework, this confident framework, into your business, you're going to be able to build and grow your business with clarity, control, and confidence, even in these uncertain times. Now, in the last couple of sessions, we've been covering clarity and obstacles, and today we're going to step into navigation, step 3. By the way, if anybody wants a copy of the map, just copy or comment, DM me the word map, and I'll get it over to you. Let me just bring it back to me. Okay, navigation. Once you know what you want your business to give you and what might get in the way, then the next question becomes, how can you move forward consistently? And this is an area where I see a lot of people struggle. And it's not because they lack ambition, it's because they lack structure. I've seen people set some really ambitious and motivating goals in, let's say, January, and they can be getting really busy in February, but by April, they're back to reacting instead of leading. And the goals often fall to the wayside. And I understand that because I've been there myself. I've got that T-shirt. One of the biggest challenges I had in the past was a lack of, it wasn't a lack of ideas. I had lots of ideas. Some of them were really crazy ideas. So ideas wasn't the challenge for me. A lack of execution was. And it follows that when there's a lack of execution, goals don't get achieved. And for me, ambition without navigation is just stress, because you can work really, really hard. You can have a fantastic, compelling, vivid vision. You can want more for your business and your family, but without structured forward movement, you often end up busy instead of productive. So questions for you to consider. Do you currently have a clear plan for the next 90 days, or are you mostly reacting to what lands in front of you? Do your days feel intentional or interrupted? Are you building your business deliberately or just surviving it? And if somebody followed you around for a week, would your behavior and your diary reflect your goals? Because this is where navigation matters. And this is why inside my confidence system, step 3 isn't just about goal setting. It is about navigation. And to help my clients with implementation of this, I help them with my P.A.C.E framework. Because what I've found is that business isn't about speed, it's about sustainable forward movement. And P.A.C.E is an acronym where the first letter stands for picture. And picture is your 3-year vivid vision. Not next month, not next quarter, 3 years. Now you might be asking, why 3 years? Well, for me, that's far enough away to start thinking strategically, but close enough to feel real. And I ask questions, or ask clients questions along the lines of, if everything went right over the next 3 years, what would your business look like? What revenue would you be generating? How much profit is going to be dropping to the bottom line? What does the team look like? How many team members you got now? What's the structure of that team? What does your role look like? How many hours are you working? What does your home life look like? What freedoms have you created for yourself? Because we build businesses to serve our lives, not the other way around. And without a clear picture, you can tend to drift. And when you drift, you start saying yes to things that you shouldn't. You might chase opportunities that don't actually align with your vision. And you stay busy. Yes, you're still wearing that busy badge with pride, but you're disconnected from where you actually want to go. And then once the picture is crystal clear, we move to the next step, which is A, for annual targets. Because vision without a 12-month target is just a dream. So the question becomes, if that 3-year future is going to happen, what must be true 12 months from now? What revenue targets need to be achieved? What profit level needs to exist? What systems need to improve? What type of leader do you need to become? What skills will the team need? What do you need to stop doing? What do you need to start doing? And this, for me, is where a lot of business owners go wrong, because they set annual goals, but they never break them down. They never break them down into bite-sized, achievable chunks. As a result of that, the goals often stay inspirational, but never become operational. And that leads us nicely into the third letter, which is C for chunky. Because here's the reality. It's really hard for you to execute a whole year, but you can execute 90 days. So we break that annual target into 90-day sprints and weekly momentum maps. Now, I really like the habit and practice of 90-day planning, because it's long enough to move the needle in the business and it's short enough to create urgency. And what you'll find is the achievement of the 90-day goals gives you the dopamine hit and the motivation to move to the next 90-day sprint. So ask yourself, what 3 to 5 outcomes will genuinely move the business forward over the next 90 days? Not 25 tasks. What are the real needle movers? And then every week, ask yourself, what must happen this week so that you stay on track? And this is where strategy becomes behavior. And if you don't chunk things down, overwhelm tends to appear, and you can lose focus, and you find yourself jumping between priorities. And you can often mistake activity for progress. And that then eventually leads to a drop in motivation, because nothing feels complete, because there's just too many unfinished tasks and loops spinning around in your head. And that we overcome that with the next part of the PACE framework, which is E for execute daily. Because the only place results are ever created is today. And this is where my clients get to implement 2 magical tools: the daily momentum blueprint and the momentum multiplier. Now, the daily momentum blueprint answers one simple question: what is today's number 1 non-negotiable needle moving priority? I guarantee that's not going to be email, admin, or firefighting. It's the thing that actually moves your business forward. It might be the thing that you're avoiding. It might be the thing you're procrastinating over. So let me ask you, what's consuming most of your time right now? Is it growth work or reactive work? Are you creating or are you constantly reacting? Do your days reflect your priorities, or do they reflect everybody else's demands? And the next tool is the momentum multiplier. And this is your rhythm system. And it's where deep work, working on your business, comes before reactive work. Your focus time becomes protected. Your energy is managed intentionally, and shutdown routines are respected, because consistency compounds. And you don't really need more motivation, you just need better daily discipline applied the right direction. So let me ask you honestly, are you protecting your best energy for your biggest priorities? Or are you giving away your best energy to interruptions? Now, One of the most important parts of the momentum multiplier is the shutdown routine, because I believe there has to be a line in the sand between work and home life. Otherwise, the business just follows you everywhere. So let's just do a quick recap of how this all connects together to give you the results that you want. First, we have the picture, pardon me, your vivid vision, which leads to annual targets that are broken into 90-day sprints, which become your weekly momentum maps. And then we have your daily momentum blueprints and momentum multipliers. And what this creates for you is clarity, focus, discipline, momentum, results, and confidence. And that all feeds nicely back into the confidence system, taking you and your business to a whole new level. Something I found is that far too many business owners set fuzzy, often weak goals. They might create plans occasionally, but because of a lack of systems, the plan rarely gets executed consistently. And that's what makes this PACE system different, because it's strategic, it's behavioural, and it's momentum driven. So here's your momentum move for today. Carve out 30 minutes and write down your 3-year picture, your 12-month target, and your top 3 priorities for the next 90 days. Then ask yourself, does my current daily behaviour and diary support this future? Because if it doesn't, something needs to change, doesn't it? Now, if you'd like a lot more ideas to help you and your business grow, I've put together a resource called 44 Lessons from 44 Years in Business. And you can just comment or DM me the word lessons and I'll send it over to you. If you're recognising that you've got ambition, but not enough structure around it yet, then feel free to drop me a message and we'll arrange a conversation where we'll identify where things are breaking down for you now and build a much clearer path forward. And remember, clarity shows you where you want to go, obstacle shows you what's in the way, and navigation gives you a structure to move. Okay, we'll leave it there for today, or this week. And next week, starting Monday, same time, same place, we're going to move up a level in the confident roadmap to the control level and start with step 4 on Monday, where we're going to help you get control of your numbers. I'll see you there. And in the meantime, by the way, have a cracking weekend and go and create some real momentum. Thanks for watching.